Oh, where are we going? Said the brown.
Hello, my name is Curtis Gillen. I am the movement and puppet consultant at The Old Man and the Old Moon.
They were animals, doesn't mean they couldn't have been men. Oh, let's go down to Bremen, take my part.
I think play is the center, it's the heart of a PigPen show. It is how we were founded. We met at Carnegie Mellon, 7 freshmen who had the opportunity to create a show for a festival at school. And we didn't know anybody else at school because we were freshmen, so we knew each other. And we decided to make something together. And that first day in the rehearsal room was 7 young men playing together. We had the tools, like we were at acting school, so we had all this technique that we were learning, but also I think it was all of our inner childs were attracted to the other inner childs, and we just played really nicely. I think if you ever see a group of kids in the woods playing well together, there's magic there, and I think that is how the magic is created, is this sense of imagination and giving and taking, like as an ensemble, a good ensemble should.
It was part of the plan, everybody.
Early on, we discovered that puppets were a great tool in our toolbox because we like to tell stories on the grand scale. Like we like to tell folk tales that have monsters and witches and journeys that travel over the ocean and through mountains, but we didn't know how to do that, but we found early on that using like pizza boxes, and we cut them out into triangles, and we showed a flashlight behind it, we were able to transport the audience to these mythical and fantastical places. We were limited by what we had at the beginning. We had flashlights, we had a clip light, and cardboard, so we used those to our advantage. I think we all had some sort of background in puppetry. I think I really was limited to playing in the woods. That was my first stab at puppetry. You know, this rock is a character, and I say it is because it's there. As we continued to develop more and more shows, we were lucky enough to meet some incredible designers, and they have grown with us throughout our career. The puppet and scenic designer for the show was Lydia Fine, and so Lydia was in the room with us from early on as we talked about what the show was becoming and the characters that we wanted to have. Lydia was able to respond in real time to those sort of questions. So we knew that we wanted to have a dog, so we played with a bunch of ideas. I remember there was once a burlap bag that we used, and it had some weight and lift, and it felt right, but it wasn't until I think Lydia discovered this bottle shape that it has a great outline, a silhouette that I think anyone can see that and easily, say, well, that kind of looks like a dog's nose, and especially with the cap on, it helps tell this story. I think we discovered that Mop creates that really shaggy dog character look, and adding some ears to it and a handle on the back, our puppeteer is able to really, easily start to bring this dog to life. Lucy is that's her name, Lucy. She's a crowd favorite, and I think anyone who comes to see the show will know why. But, I think the spirit of puppetry for us is really you create the outline of the thing that requires the audience then to fill in the image. So it actually is a participatory sort of event. The audience is engaging with the show in a way that maybe they wouldn't have if we brought a real dog on the stage, which would be great, but a very different show. I think through play, we're able to make something out of nothing. That is how a mop and a Clorox bottle becomes a dog. The audience gets to lean in and participate and imagine with us, and I think that creates warmth and inclusion, and you know, you're then transported into a more intimate setting. You know, you're back in your living room. And your mother is telling a story to you at bedtime. You know, that those feelings of story and community is achieved, and it's really fun to make something out of nothing. You know, that was not a dog. Anyway, yeah. So that is puppetry, and we enjoy it.
Feeling up, then I just give in. So string of the planks and pluck my purse to pass. She'll sharp shine the dimes from my eyes, and I won't come back. I crash on the board. I crash on the board.